the elderly, those with special needs, the underprivileged. Someone needs to be there for them. Elson participates in Y Food of Love. Y Food is a program that reaches out to people in need by preparing and delivering food to them. Elson has been involved in this program for over 2 years.
My current role is actually as a community service officer. So I'll liaise more with the BWOs. So they are the senior activity centers, they are the staff there. So what I do is I actually coordinate with them to see what their needs are.
Today, Elson's role is to prepare the center for other volunteers so that when they arrive, they can focus on the task at hand to bake the handmade cookies. With over 20 volunteers and 200 cookies needing to be baked is not child's play. Someone needs to take charge, and that will be 23 years old Katika.
Then you will make 2 batches?
Soon after I became the baker, so basically my role is to come up with recipes that will suit the elderly, and and then I will test bake them and then think of what ingredients to buy, and on that day I'll teach the baking itself.
Besides teaching the new volunteers, Katika also organizes them according to their abilities.
So for last session, it was about 20 volunteers, which was a lot, and but I usually try to stick to 4 groups because if there are too many groups, then it's very difficult for me to check out the dough for each group, and also because when I count the ingredients, I will see what's the optimum number of groups baking.
Working in teams makes things easier for everyone. However, not everyone works the same as others. Caleb suffers from cone dystrophy, a genetic hereditary which affects his vision. This means he can only volunteer for limited activities.
I remember Vivian told me something, and it was like a size 20 something for him is like a size 4 to us, so that's really very small.
For a lot of community service programs like cleaning up places or even some overseas programs, it will be very hard for me to contribute because I won't be able to see certain things, and I'll most likely require help.
Though feeling a tinge of sadness is inevitable within him, he does not let them pull him down as he realizes despite his disability, everyone plays a part.
But for the Food for Love program, which is baking, which is something I actually have done before in the past, I felt that my eyesight would not be as much of a limitation as it would be in other community service programs, and that's one reason why I picked it up. Although it's very hard to read the recipes and cook at the same time for me because I have to bring it very close to me. So I try to memorize as well as sometimes follow what my teammates are doing and ask them for help. They also try to get me to do things which is better for me to do. Like sometimes they would tell me to, they automatically measure the stuff for me instead of asking me to do it because they know of my disability. Like when it comes to selecting teams, they don't leave me out of it. They actually would vote me in.
So there's confidence in yourself.
I think it's an experience which I'm very happy I am part of.
For Chief Baker Katika, organizing the teams is only the start. With the limited time, she has to get 20 volunteers with little or no baking experience to bake 200 cookies.
When you read the recipe, right, it's very difficult to imagine what are the things that you need to do. So when you just give them a live demonstration, then they will do it themselves, they'll understand. Before every session, I'll try to do test baking. And for my own test baking, I made the flour too hard. So my cookies turned out really, really hard, like rocks. So I knew what to look out for during the session itself. And then for my test bake, I did not put in the fridge. So I thought that how my cookies turned out showed that I needed to put in the fridge for a while to let the dough firm up.
With Katika and Caleb taking care of the baking, it leaves Elson and the rest of the team to worry about the packages. With little time left, the team sped up and finished off what they have left. Working well as a team, they finished everything in a nick of time.
9 by 5.5.
With the baking complete, the team now heads to the Senior Activity Center to distribute the cookies. Arriving at the center, it was already buzzing with elderly people in lines, all ready to get their goodie bags filled with food made out of love by the volunteers.
I feel that it's really sad because Singapore is an aging population and I think this is only going to get worse. I feel that society has to realize that the elderly people, they once contributed to society and they can still contribute to society, and it's important that we take care of them. It can be quite sad to see them in this state, and we feel like we wish we could do more for them. You know, other than just visiting them every alternate Saturday, you wish you could help them even more. And to know that there's so many of these people in Singapore, it's truly disheartening.
The seniors will receive the cookies along with other essentials such as coffee sachets and other household items. For the seniors who are less mobile, Elson and the volunteers distribute the goodie bags to them door to door.
Many of the estates that we visit are very old estates and they're not very handicap friendly, so moving around the estates is actually quite hard. As well as when I'm giving out food to the elderly, I cannot really speak a lot of dialects, and seeing their facial expression and communicating them is a bit hard for me, but I still do my best. And I think a lot of these elderly people, I think it's important to give them a listening ear because a lot of them, they live alone and they just want people to hear them out. So I try my best to listen to them because I actually can understand a bit of the dialects, but I can't speak it. So it's a bit weird, but I still do my best.
For the team, the rewards of volunteering go beyond the sense of accomplishing the baking. Many of the volunteers have developed a bond with the seniors at the center.
The elderly, when they saw him, they were really happy and to see both of us, and also especially Caleb, because they know that he's visually challenged, and also like he takes the time off to really give back to the elderly using the goodie bags, and they also ask some questions about his condition and also how he coped with his life. So I think it's really a good example for all the volunteers to set that no matter what difficulties and what challenges you face, as long as you put on a smile and really be joyful and thankful, I think all the blessings will follow, and also he will be able to bring joy to other people as well.
Passion drives these volunteers, like Caleb, Elson, and Katika, and they don't like anything standing in their way of making a difference.
Don't let what you think is your disability hinder you from trying anything new. Like for Caleb, yes, if by himself he would not be able to make everything himself, but we always try to put him in a group where there will be people to help him. So likewise, for anyone else who has any type of disability, don't be afraid to come and join, because we'll always try to help you. There will always be people to help you and to give you a good experience as well.
My advice would be, when you want to join a CSP, it's important to see that it's something that you can gain as well as you can give, because it is this two-dimensional thing that makes it meaningful and makes you want to continue doing it. And it's important to always go into it willingly, not going into it because you have to do it or because everyone else is doing it, but because you want to do it and because you really want to help people. And it's this wants to help people, the desire to help people, that will actually, I think the elderly can actually sense it. They can sense that you really want to help them, you can sense your kindness, your enthusiasm. If you go there and you're very unenthusiastic about it, then it is meaningless. It's important to go there with an open mind and a willing heart.
Why me? Because I love to serve.
Because I love people.
Because I want to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others.